Man, yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, man, for sure.
No doubt. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome everybody to Conversations. I'm Al Mecca. Make sure you follow me with my man Crazy Bone, Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yes, indeed.
We about to get into it, you know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about life and everything. So, just off top, real quick, my brother, how have you been coping with this epidemic and pandemic and all that's been going on? It's been real crazy here in Ohio.
Oh yeah, man, just staying out the way, man. It is what it is. We just gotta learn to maneuver with this now. Man, I tell everybody, I even told everybody like before we was out of 2020, I was like, when this pandemic is over, the world is never gonna be the same.
Mm,
Never gonna be the same. So I mean, we just have to adapt to a world that's changing, man. You know what I'm saying? It's changing like it seems like it's changing for the worse. Like honestly, for real. It's crazy, for real.
yeah, that's how I've been looking at it. You got all these different strains and all this coming out with it, variants and all that. And plus, it's flu season. People don't know if they got COVID, if they got the flu.
True, true. Yeah, man. It's just crazy times right now, man. You know what I'm saying? So, like I
No
said,
doubt.
we just gotta ride with the times, man, and just maneuver. You know,
Yeah, definitely got to stay prayed up, man. Definitely got to stay prayed up.
definitely.
Now, now, you got a lot going on, my brother. A
Yeah.
lot. Let's start. What made you want to get the cannabis company going?
Man, that's a no brainer. You know what I'm saying? Bone thugs, cannabis, and man, just man, just because we resonate with so many people with it, it's like why not? I got a lot of ideas, a lot of good ideas, and plus to trickle money back down to the
Yeah.
community and educate, those coming from our community how to get into this industry and make sure we got a strong hand in it, strong grip in it. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of money in it, and we need to we need to get some of that for real, for sure.
No doubt, no doubt. Now, when you was a artist coming up in Cleveland, between Cleveland and Cali, was this part of the plan? Did you foresee that after the music or during the music? Was that a long part of the plan, or it just kind of came to
I
you?
mean, no, no, because I never knew cannabis and marijuana was gonna be legal. I never knew you was gonna be able to go to the corner store and grab a sack. You know what I'm saying? It's the future. You know what I'm saying? Like so, I had no idea. But when it did become available, the you just get to thinking and like it's really just a no brainer. You know what I'm saying? Like why not? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like for real.
And then on top of that, you got the clothing line jumping off. What was the inspiration behind that?
Just just our culture, man. The whole bone culture. Like we as a group in hip hop, we've managed to do something that a lot of artists don't do. We created our own culture within the culture of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So we created a culture within the culture. And that's basically what the clothing line is, just bone culture, my visions, and like everything affiliated with bone, man. And you know, we like spreading out. We doing other artists merch as well. You know what I'm saying? Like we doing stuff with other artists as well. So like I tell everybody, if any artists out there need a merch done, holla at the life, baby. It's the life.
The life.
Holla at me, holla at me.
It is. Now that jacket that became a sensation. I hear it's doing real well. What inspired the jacket?
Man, if people don't quit bothering me about that damn jacket, man. Hey, no, but man, the jacket is just like like come from the album, like from the whole album. The album is a classic, man. It's a bring back a lot of memories. It's memorable. It's just like part of a lot of people's up upbringing, man. You know what I'm saying? The whole the color, the album cover, just the music.
Right.
And it's just part of that golden era. And you know, I always wanted a jacket like that. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I always wanted one. So I was like, and I've been telling my dudes like way before then, like to yo, I want to get this jacket, man. I want to make this jacket. The album cover. They kept saying, all right, all right. But I knew he was doing the verses, and I'm like, yo, I really need this jacket for the verses, man. I need it. And they were like, all right, cool, cool, cool. We got it. And you know what I'm saying? They produced it. And it was just how I envisioned it, man. And it's been a hit. You know what I'm saying? It's been a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's what people calling it, that jacket.
That jacket.
Yeah, that jacket.
So you just been selling out. You gonna keep it going, or you gonna have it like limited? What's the
Yeah,
plan?
yeah. It's gonna be limited. I'll probably release some more when I do a I'm going to release re-release the Thug Mentality, like remastered version of the album Thug Mentality, put it out digitally. And I'm also
Okay.
going to release a bonus CD with songs that I was going to use for Thug Mentality, but never made the album. So it's going to be
Yeah.
on the CD as well, and I might do it around that time with some more paraphernalia from Thug Mentality for sure, definitely.
That's dope. That's dope. Now you got a lot of music coming out. I peeped out that video you just finished up and released, man.
Yeah,
That that thing was real player. But something stood out to me, and I wanted to know what was the story behind this. Okay. It was the Charlie Chaplin Archives book that's in that video. You're a Charlie Chaplin fan, or was it just something that's just in there?
no, honestly, it was a prop. I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't know who the hell Charlie Chaplin is. Keep it 100. It was a prop. I ain't gonna act like I'm all on that yet. It was a prop. Real talk.
Okay. I thought you was doing some research or something.
No, man, no, not on that. Not on that. Nuh-uh.
Not on that. Not on
Uh-uh.
that. Now, you have what, the Leaves of Legends album that's dropping in March.
Yes.
So I'm looking forward to
No,
that.
no, no, no. No, the Lisa Legend album, the Lisa Legend album is already out. I dropped it in April.
Oh, that came out. Yeah, my bad, my bad.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that came out in April. How's that doing?
Man, it's doing very, very well. You know what I'm saying? It's doing very well. I'm actually getting ready to drop another video to it as
Hmm.
well coming soon. Like get ready to shoot it. I mean that album, like it really don't there's no rush to really shoot the videos in a hurry.
Right.
That album, you know, it's a Cannabis album, so I can shoot a video to that whenever. I can shoot it next year if I want to. You know what I'm saying? So but my goal is to shoot a video to every song on that album. So
Okay,
yeah.
okay, okay. Now, how are you enjoying this freedom? Because, there was a point in time where, you kind of up under somebody's thumb. There's all these deadlines. And like you said, now you just kind of release when you feel. How are you enjoying the freedom that you have as an artist?
Man, I love it, man. I love it. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying? I don't like being told to do stuff I don't want to do. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's like it's a wonderful thing when you can control your own destiny, man, and just like I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about going out there being signed to a big major label. I done that, been there, done that. I'm cool, man. I'm cool. I'm happy, content in life.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm making the music I want to make, doing what I want to do, and I ain't really never got to worry about nothing. So I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm just enjoying it, doing music, man. Just enjoying music. You know what I'm saying? Like
Being an artist.
being an artist, doing what a lot of artists forget to do because they let being a celebrity draw their attention away from the love of the music. You know what I'm saying? That's why when you hear artists, you be like, oh, they first album was the best one. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I really wasn't feeling nothing else they done. That's because they done got sucked up into the game so much. They too busy being a celebrity, not being an artist. You know what I'm saying? So I try to stick to the music. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what keeps me focused, and it's therapy for the mind for sure. Staying away from all that drama, all that celebrity shit for real.
Yeah, I can imagine it can get pretty hectic, you know, and like say people lose focus. What advice would you have for up and coming artists that's trying to get their name out there and just really do their thing?
Man, man, you know, I tell artists, you know, these days it's hard because like I tell all the artists to be different, to 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 just do something different because no matter how much everybody is sounding alike, doing the same thing, you be surprised if what you're doing is dope, dope as hell, but
Mhm.
different. You be
Right.
surprised how many people, when everybody over here, you be surprised how many people stop and look like, oh, what he doing? You know what I'm saying? And come check out
Yeah.
what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? I always tell people, don't ride nobody else's wave. Make your own wave. Make your own splash in that motherfucker for real. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Cause,
Control.
cause I, cause I feel like people can, like they'll hear something, like you say, it'll be dope, but when you hear something different, it touch you different. You kind of like pause and be like, damn, what's that?
Yeah,
Your, your, your,
definitely.
your curiosity seems to increase, you know,
Yeah,
and it seems like the level of creativity nowadays is, uh, you know what, I don't even want to say that, but like a lot more mainstream artists, they just kind of follow the wave to where, you know, you from that era where you was supposed to be different. You
mm,
had to be different.
it had to be. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, it's like, you know, like it was just like you had to have your own identity. You know what I'm saying? You know, everybody had their own identity, their own sound, their own style, the way they dress. Everybody dressed different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody had their own styles and everything, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like it was real. You know what I'm saying? So like that's still in me. That's how I was raised.
Yeah.
I was
You're a real hip hop head.
right.
I picked
That's
from your interview. You are a hip hop head.
right. That's how I was raised. That's how I was bred. You know what I'm saying? And that's in the DNA. You can't take that. I'm not following no trends, no fads ever. I do
Right.
music. I don't need no drama. I don't need propaganda. I make music. Damn good music. For real. That's what
Hella good
I need to
music.
do.
Man, wow. So how's the shows been going? Has the touring slacked off? You guys still on the road? What's going on with that?
I mean, we actually got back going like, this past year. You know, everything was going smooth, and you know, but we had a couple of shows that were rescheduled to next year. You
Hmm.
know, but yeah, we've been pretty moving. We our schedule is already already filling up for next year. Already, I was like, man, wait a minute, can we take a break real quick? Wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? But we already set to go out like second week of January. We back on the move. If
Right.
everything is, if you know, depending on how the world is, and you know what I'm saying, got to take that into consideration.
Now, how has things been after Versus? Because I know Versus, like, you know, especially on the whole social media internet thing, it had y'all really popping.
Yeah,
Have you seen a significant difference?
I mean, I mean, I know there's a few different people. You know what I'm saying on the thing. You know what I'm saying? It's all love. You know what I'm saying? But man, I don't pay attention to that stuff, bro. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm not tripping off like who following me, how many followers I get. I'm
Mm,
doing me. You know what I'm saying? If people want to come along for the ride, let's ride. We're gonna have a good time. But I'm not one of those dudes who be like, I gotta build my followers up. I gotta get more followers. You know what I'm saying? People want to ride with me, we can rock. You know what I'm saying? Like for real.
right. Now, let's bring it back to Cleveland for a second. Just growing up in hip hop, what was the scene like that you were around?
In, in Cleveland,
Yeah.
man, the scene was like, it was man, we had to search and hunt for everything. Like we had to listen to the little college radio stations to find out what the talent shows was, because it wasn't that many. But you know, we kept our ears to the street. You know, me and Lay, you know, because it was first it was just me and Lazy Bone. That's why I was crazy and lazy. It was crazy and lazy, and we blew through the city of Cleveland, making a name for ourselves, like that light skinned, that dark skinned dude. They were like that little light skinned dude and that dark skinned dude. They be flowing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that was our reputation, because like our thing was just always like flow. So like we had built a name. We had started building a name in Cleveland. Like we joined like a whole lot of talent shows, and like people had like was like starting to ask about us. You know what I'm saying? So we man, we just had to like I said, keep our ear to the street and just like hunt for everything, because it wasn't that much. It wasn't that much out there. Like that's why we knew we had to eventually like get up out of Cleveland, because we put out a local album in Cleveland called Faces of Death. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
you know, did what it
I
did in
remember.
Cleveland. It heated up out there. That's what gave us the push. You know, like to like really like go to LA, because we was like, yo, if the city is going wild for this, we got to get out of here for real. So, you know, we got up out of there for real.
Yeah, it can be rough coming out of Northeast Ohio, because I'm right down here in Canton. I'm 45 minutes south.
Oh yeah. Oh man. All Ohio. Struggle. We really get it from the mud. Real
Literally.
talk. Real talk.
What were some of your MC influences, like some of the MCs you be like that just kind of got you going?
Yo, bro, it's a little bit of everybody in me, man. You know what I'm saying? Like LL Cool J, Big Daddy Kane, KRS-One, Biz Markie, Cool G Rap, UTFO, Houdini. Man, the list goes on. Beastie Boys, Chubb Rock, Special Ed, Kwame. The list just goes on and on and on and on. They like, bro, I listen to all kinds of music. Like, that's why when you listen to me like rap, I'll be rapping, and then I'm just might bust into singing a pop line or something, like something that sound like a pop song. That's because I listen to everything and I cram it all inside of my style. And that's just how it comes out. You know what I'm saying?
So you always sang.
Always.
Like,
Oh yeah. Before hip hop, it was Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson is what made me want to do music. You know what I'm saying? First, I was imitating Michael Jackson. I was singing. You know what I'm saying? I was dancing like Michael Jackson. Then after Michael Jackson, it was New Edition, and I was around here trying to form a group like New Edition. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to get a group together. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I was Ralph. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? I was trying to get my group together, man. You know what I'm saying? And then when one day my brother brought home the LL Cool J album Radio. Man, and when I listened to that album, I was like, man, I love the album so much. I started trying to write the lyrics down to his songs so I could learn them. But as writing down the lyrics, I saw the pattern of how to write a rap, and I was like, damn, I think I could write my own rap. And then I wrote a rap. It was whack as hell, but it was a rap. And then from that point on, I just never stopped writing.
Let me ask you this. Why do you think LL Cool J doesn't kind of get the credit he deserves?
Man, man, to me, I think LL gets the credit. For everybody that don't know, I mean, it's like, if it don't seem like that now, it's just because the game is changing, man. You know, the game is changing, but can't nobody deny LL Cool J, man. Like, you know, like he done been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that boy that's one of my all-time favorites, like, for sure, definitely. He is the reason I started rapping.
Man, he made me run out there and go ahead and get one of them big ass boom boxes with 20 something batteries.
man, him and Big Daddy Kane. I was a Big Daddy Kane, but I thought I was Big Daddy Kane too. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
All
Smooth
day.
operator.
Oh yeah, all day, all day.
Wow, man, you brought back some good times just reminiscing. To me, that was kind of like the golden era of hip hop. What you
Oh yeah,
think?
oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Wow, wow. All right, let me jump into some of your business ventures.
Hmm.
You have THC syrup that's done took off already.
Hmm. Yeah,
It seems like everything you touch turns to gold, man. What's you on top of this?
man, I'm just really just trying to make smart moves, and they really, like I said, they're really no brainer moves. It ain't like I'm, people know bone for cannabis.
Right.
Sell some cannabis. We've been trying to do it the whole time, but the police was stopping us. You know what I'm saying? But now they finally understand. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Now come on down to the store, get you some Crazy Bone THC, liquid leaf. You know what I'm saying? Get you some of that. It's doing really good. You know what I'm saying? It's we out here in California. It's spreading through California. We're in New Mexico, soon to be in Oklahoma, going to man, everywhere. Everybody who wanted Arizona, everybody who wanted, that's where we going. You know what I'm saying?
man,
That's what we're going.
they
It's
should have
actually
had y'all
going
do
up.
the
It's moving faster than the actual cannabis flower. You know what I'm saying? So
really,
people are really loving it. You know what I'm saying? It's going down for sure.
man. They should have had y'all do the verses with Cypress Hill.
Man, whoo! Everybody would have got hype in there, boy. I tell
Now that would have been like the illest vibe ever. You know what I'm saying?
you. Yeah, you already know.
Man, they would have had to shut the building down. They would have had to shut it down.
Yeah.
Now, you working on something with Project Paul, correct?
DJ Paul, yes indeed.
Okay.
DJ Paul, we got a little something we working on right now. I think he out on the road doing some things. Once he get back, we supposed to jump back in the studio and wrap it on up. We about done with it. We got like 8, 10 songs.
Hmm.
We come back, we gonna jump in there, wrap it all up, and yeah, it's something crazy for sure.
Who's the one artist you always wanted to work with that you haven't worked with yet?
Man, you know what? I don't even I don't even be like when I hear artists that's dope, I don't really say like, oh, the artist dope. I want to work with artists. I just say like those artists is dope. And if it ever come about that we collab, it's all good. But you know what I'm saying? It's because I'm gonna keep it 100. Like trying to collaborate with artists be bullshit, but like for real, you know what I'm saying? It's like so I don't be like ways of, like artists say they'll do something. Yeah, y'all gonna do a song. Like I'm the type like artists send me a song. So I want you to do a verse. I drop the verse. You know what I'm saying? Like, but other niggas be on, they be tripping. Like, so I don't even get caught up in all that, man. I keep it moving, like for real. I, if somebody want to collab, we can collab. But I'm not waiting on nobody to do nothing for real. I'm moving.
Say avoid all the politics.
Exactly. Like I'm not talking to nobody's manager. I'm not nigga. No. You're the artist. Why can't you talk to me? I
Mm.
talk to you. I ain't with all that. Like for real. For real.
Now, I was shout out to Uniquely Coordinated to set this all up. I appreciate her.
Yes,
And
indeed.
she's telling me about this nonprofit organization you have. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, spread the love. Yeah, man, spread the love out of Ohio, man. Trying to do a lot of things down there. Uh, in the process of acquiring the lot of my old elementary school to actually
Mm,
build up a BTNH academy. You know what I'm saying? Academy and school and museum slash recreation center, all in this one area where my elementary school used to be. And it's I've been in meetings with the mayor, the councilman, just what I'm saying, trying to get this happening. So, and we making good, very, very, very good leeway. We got everybody in the city is like behind it. They love what we're trying to do, and it's moving along very, very well. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we're gonna be doing a lot of events in Ohio. Um, a lot of things for the kids, especially coming
Mhm.
up. You know what I'm saying? Like starting like next summer for sure. So
Now, if somebody wants to contribute, how can they contribute to your fund?
there's an IG page, Spread the Love. You can go to the page, and there's information on that page and all that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and we will be launching the website very, very soon.
Okay, I'm looking forward to that because I think that's just so dope when, artists really stay in touch with their communities because a lot don't, and it's really needed right now, man, because these kids need to be treated real special because that's our future.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man, definitely. You know, and that's where it gotta that's where it has to be. That's where the cycle has to stop.
Yeah,
They have,
yeah.
they have to stop. They have to start. They have to stop and start with them. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we got to get to them. We got to get to them quick because there's a bunch of idiots out there waiting to snatch them.
Yeah, I mean, we got to give them choices and alternatives.
Exactly.
'Cause some kids, they run around here and they only kind of see one thing, and then especially the world we live in is it can be pretty easy to feel hopeless and lost.
Yeah, definitely, for
You
sure.
know, and I really admire, you taking them steps, and it sounds like that's really going to be a big project jumping off for you in Cleveland, and
Yes,
I'm looking forward to seeing that thing take off for real, for real.
man.
And you're involved in a couple podcasts.
Hmm.
You have Truth Talks and Thug Stories.
Yep. Yes, indeed.
Tell me a little bit about them.
Truth Talks is a podcast I do with one of my partners named Keep G, the bum Keep G. You know, we talk about a lot of different issues, religion, entertainment, politics. We talk about a lot of stuff people don't talk about on a podcast.
Mm,
We don't talk about like celebrity gossip, who's sleeping with who went to jail, who shot who. We don't talk about that kind of stuff. We talk about real life issues, real life struggles that people is going through. And you know
mm,
what I'm saying? Man, we keep it 100. That's why we call it Truth Talks. We keep it 100. And the Thug Stories podcast is one that we have yet to launch, but it's coming soon. It's with Bone Thugs and Harmony. We're
okay.
actually hosting it, and we call it Thug Stories because we're gonna be sitting there telling all our stories. You know what I'm saying? From us coming up, from you know what I'm saying, like to us going through the industry and just everything we've seen, everything we've witnessed and experienced. We just gonna be sitting there talking about it. Some crazy stories, bro. Like some crazy thug stories we got. You know what I'm saying? It's wild.
That's what's up. Now, you you traveled around the world, so you're a world traveler, and you've seen a lot of things. And in your travels, how has it? Do you look at America different, or has it made you look at America different when you've been to all these other countries and see the different things?
Man, I don't always look at America the same way. This shit ain't great. I've been knew that.
Mm,
It's a great place to live, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But ain't none of these countries, ain't no country that was built off of innocent blood great. How can it be? You know,
right.
there's too many flaws to be great. Any country,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like we ain't perfect, so a country can't be great. So I've always looked at America for what it is, man. Where
Mm,
I was born, it's a place I got to muscle. I got to muscle through. No matter who I am, how much money I make, the color of my skin is this forever. And what
right.
with this, it's not always a nice greeting. You know what I'm saying? It's like we always swinging. We always swinging forward. So ain't nothing changed. Never get too comfortable and think it is, because ain't nothing changed. Nothing.
Right.
Like for
And,
real.
and it seems like a lot of times people do get too comfortable, especially when they get a little bit of money.
Exactly. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they did. That's how they made. That's why you don't hear rappers talking about the struggle no more, because they gave them a lot of money and they don't care about the struggle no more because they not struggling no more. So shit, to hell with everybody else. You know what I'm saying? It's like
And then got these young cats thinking that they just gonna get rich quick and everything's gonna be cool.
exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's yeah, that's how it is. Real talk. So
Wow. And I think what's so crazy about y'all, like it ain't too many acts that can say you did something with Big and Pop.
yeah.
That's amazing. Like what's your overall sentiment on that? Being able to work with, had the opportunity to work with, arguably two greatest hip hop artists ever.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's a man, it's a blessing, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a blessing. Like we didn't plan it. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like we was expecting these two guys to pass away, and with all the controversy they had and us being the group that did a song with both of them. Like we was fans of both of them guys. Big, like Pac was in the game before us. We was fans of him when he was in Juice, when he was with Digital Underground, when he came out with his first Tupacalypse album. We was on that, you know what I'm saying? And we practically came up with Big. You know what I'm saying? Like at the same time, like we did the same radio shows together. We was at the same, like summer jams together. We was always like bumping heads, so we always hung out and always kicked it. You know what I'm saying? So we came up at the same time. So it was always love. Like we wasn't gonna take sides at all. Like because we was cool
Right,
with both of them. Like we wasn't gonna let nobody put us on nobody's side either. Like we do us.
right.
We do us. We from Cleveland. Like we cool with everybody.
I had noticed that, and to because you're in the business, did you look at that situation just from a different perspective? Actually knowing it compared to the propaganda that was being printed in the papers and all that.
Man, bro, we was like, we didn't second guess it at all. When we got the calls, we was like, let's go. Because we did the Tupac song first. The Tupac
Hmm.
song was done first. Then we got the call months later from Puff, like, hey, Big wants y'all on the album. You know what I'm saying? We was like, say no more, we there. We went straight to the studio, did what we had to do, bam, it was done.
Wow. So are you a one take artist? You hop in that studio, knock it out. You're a one take specialist.
Man, I'm a I'm an artist. I like the beat is my I'm an artist that like to paint a picture, even on a beat. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? So I like to paint. Like sometimes I go right in and like spit it out, but sometimes, like I said before, I change up so much within my verse or my flow. It's like I like to go through to make sure and like piece it together sometimes to make sure I'm hitting the right pitch,
Hmm.
right key. You know what I'm saying? And then before I mix the song, I go back. Once I learn the song and can say it all the way through, I go back and I'm able to say the song and go up and down with those pitches like you know what I'm saying, and do the harmonies all at once. It's a method to it, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes. So I like to piece it together like that. Crazy Picasso, that's what they call me. You know?
That's what's up. That's what's
Yeah.
up. I'm kind of surprised y'all never did a song with Gerald Levert.
Man, we did. We
Which
did.
one?
It's an underground. He put us on some. It was a remix, man, for the song he did. I got it somewhere in one of my computers. I got it, but we did some. Me and Lay did something with it, for sure.
Really?
Yeah, man, that was the homie, man. That was the homie. He was one cool brother. I'm talking about real cool, man. Real cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I knew Gerald, Mark, and Sean. Matter of fact, I had Mark on here a few months ago. You know,
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
that's my dude. And so you said y'all did. I wonder if I can pull it up somewhere. You think it's available anywhere right now?
man, it might be. It might be. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit, might be on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Man, you never know. It's out there floating somewhere.
Yeah, because I used to wonder. I'm like, man, that would have been, especially if y'all, that'd have been real crazy.
Yeah,
No pun intended.
all good.
What's one of your most favorite places to perform?
Man, I don't know. It's everywhere, man. Like, I mean, the reaction is the same everywhere, man. It's always love.
Hmm.
It's always love. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I just enjoy performing.
Right.
Therapy of it. Yeah, I mean, that's the fun part of it. Performing and creating the music. That's the fun part. Everything else sucks.
I know you talk about like a lot of times it's your therapy. So that's pretty much how you keep your mental health in check and just kind of keep everything on balance. Just it's the music.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, yeah. That's how you. Yeah, yeah, man. Like just staring away. Like just like like even back in the day when we first came out, I was like never the dude to go to clubs and hang out. I did it sometimes, you know what I'm saying, but I was never the dude to be at the club. And I was always in the studio. On the day my albums used to drop, I used to be in the studio. Mariah, Mariah Carey came to the studio one time. The
Hmm.
day on the day my album dropped, and she was like, "You ain't out celebrating. Your album is in the stores, and you in the studio." I was like, "I got more work to do." She was like, "Wow." So it's like, man, bro, that's just what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my lifeline. You know what I'm saying? Like it's my stress release for real.
Say your Haven. You up in that studio and you just get it going.
Yeah, definitely.
Are are you developing any artists right now?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, a few. You know what I'm saying? I'm working with a cat up out of Cleveland named Kane. You know what I'm saying? He really been catching fire, man. I watched
I
him.
heard a little bit of his stuff.
Yeah, I watched him come up from nothing. You know what I'm saying? He out here doing a lot of features with some up and coming cats as well. He doing his thing out here. I got a artist by the name of Lady Smoker. You know what I'm saying? Just did something to drop a single called Loaded. She's doing
Yeah.
Rock Nation, Equity Rock Nation. You know what I'm saying? Out of St. Louis. Um, the homie Nova out of Cleveland as well. Nova the Rebel. We got an artist named Adonis. This cat is dope. He sings and raps in Spanish. Dope, man. Dominican cat, you know what I'm saying? And I got a 14-year-old artist named King Bo.
Mm.
His boy from California, you know what I'm saying? He dope, man. So yeah, I'm looking to put all these artists out. Like you will be hearing a lot from them in 2022.
Okay, okay.
Getting
Looking
them
to get some
established.
interviews with him too.
Oh yeah, definitely. We gotta line you up with that for sure. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, Get Addicted Mafia too. Can't forget Get Addicted Mafia. That's the group I got. Husband and wife duo, dope. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Off the hook. And position, my nigga position. Also. So yeah. For sure. We out here, man.
Man, that's beautiful, man. I'm gonna thank you so much for your time.
All
You
love.
know, I appreciate it. And there's one little thing I found out.
What's that?
You're a Henderson,
Yes indeed.
so am I.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
Henderson, man. Oh yeah.
yeah. Cause I was born in Cleveland, raised in Canton. I was like, that might be the cuz.
Man, you never know. We deep. We deep. Never know, man. Never know. We all over the place, baby. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
When I found that out, I was cracking up. I was like, wow, ain't that something? Ain't that
Yeah.
something?
Oh yeah, for
Yeah,
sure, man.
man. Any closing statements you got for your fans and friends, family out here?
Man, I just want to tell the fans. Y'all, listen. The release date for Crazy Melodies is coming. That's my new project, Crazy Melodies. Is coming. The release date, y'all. I'm telling you, the album is done. I'll let y'all know when the date is. For sure. But Krayzie Melodies is crazy. Got 20 tracks on there. Me just vibing. Just a whole bunch of good vibes, man. Something that everybody can be a rock to, especially in the summertime. I'm putting it out before the summer, but it's a cold summertime vibing album, you know what I'm saying, to just ride to. Just have a good time, you know what I'm saying? But it's coming for sure. It's going down.
That's what I want to give my apologies, DJ Paul. I said Project Paul. My bad.
Yeah.
I hate
Yeah,
people say
yeah. I heard all the people, man. I was reading everybody tripping, man.
yeah, you know, I'm not perfect. I'm sorry.
It's
I'm
all,
not perfect.
it's all good, homies. Yeah. Shout out DJ Paul, man. We got to get that album done. DJ Paul, Gangsta Boo, Juicy J, everybody, the whole camp, man. It's all love.
Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to seeing some more of that clothing line, man.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's coming, man. It's coming.
Yeah, have to shoot me some pieces. I'll rock it.
Bro,
I,
holla at brother did. I'll take care of you for sure.
all right, no doubt. Thank you very much. Shout out to Uniquely Coordinated for making this happen. Hey, we want to thank everybody for locking in conversations. It's your boy Al Mecca rocking out with Krayzie Bone, Cleveland's own. And everybody, please be safe out there.
Yeah.
All right, have a good evening, sir.
All right, man.
Yep.